I'm headed to a coffee shop. Just gonna walk a few miles today. Gonna study, write these proposals that I have. I love this tree. I don't know what it is, but it's really pretty. It's like small little blooms on it. So it's a little warm, but I wanted to be prepared. I just don't like being cold. So I put on this jacket, which I can always take off, I guess, but I just don't like not being prepared. I'm gonna be out for hours, so it's best to be prepared, I think. And this is like day 4 hair, so it's not like as spiraled curly. It's a little more frizz, but it does have a lot of volume because I've been pineappling it and putting it up at night and stuff. Of course, on my walk over to the coffee shop earlier, I was hot because it was really sunny, even though it's like 50 something, like 56. It was very sunny, there was no wind. And now on my walk home, I am chilly because the sun is no longer out. It's a little more windy. I'm glad I brought this puffier jacket. I almost wore like a much thinner one, and on the way here I was really wishing I had worn the thinner one, but now I'm glad I didn't because I like to be prepared. I hate being cold. That's the thing. So that's why I always like over layer and bring like stuff that looks like overkill initially, because here in Seattle the weather does change drastically, and it just sometimes depends if the wind is out, if it's windy, or if the sun's out, because if those are like huge factors in the temperature. It might be the same temperature, but if the sun's not out and it's windy, then you're going to be really cold. But if the sun is out really hot, like blazing down on you, and there's no wind, then you're going to be really hot, even if it's the same temperature as when you're cold. So I love this little creek right here. How pretty is that? It's nice. A nice little creek area. I've been watching this person on YouTube called Oversharing in Seattle. I think their channel is called Cather Out. I really enjoy it. She seems very eclectic and eccentric and quirky, which I love because I identify as that type of person myself. And I actually am quite socially awkward, which I did not really come to this realization until fairly recently, just because I didn't have a lot of socialization growing up. I never really developed that. And then with my neurodivergency, I think it's a collection of things. And I also was unschooled. I'm sure many of you probably don't know that or don't even know what that is. But so it's just a lot of, I guess, things that will make you kind of a different person. And so I always thought that, I knew that I was eccentric and quirky for sure, but I didn't know that I was like socially awkward, because people always like to talk to me and I talk to people very easily. And so that was just like what I was thinking. I was like, I didn't quite understand that, but now I know. I definitely am, because I've had some people that are like, what? Like, you are so socially awkward. And it just got me to thinking and like realizing all of this. And then I started like reflecting a little bit, and I was like, you know what, I think I am kind of socially awkward, but I don't know why. Because usually when you think of someone socially awkward, it's usually like someone that people don't really want to talk to really in social situations. Usually those types of people are just kind of, at least my perception of that was like that. But because people would come up to me and talk to me very easily out in public, and people like, you know, they seem to like to talk to me. I didn't really identify or think that I was a socially awkward person, but now I definitely think I am, and I don't know. I guess it's okay. I don't really feel bad about that because it's just part of my personality and who I am, and I am getting to a point where I want to be okay with the parts about me that are really different and make me really quirky, like just how I view the world, myself, my personality, like the things about myself. And it is really hard when you don't really conform or fit into majority of society, when you're more of a minority type group. It is harder. I do know that a few of the things that make it harder is, of course, my asexuality. That in itself will set your life up to be more difficult, you know, because we do live in an allosexual world. And then also my atheism makes me more different and more of a target, I guess, as far as like not fitting in and not conforming in society, feeling like an alien in society. And those are topics I haven't really dedicated an entire video to, and I haven't really discussed them just because I feel like my close family friends will disapprove of me coming out, I guess you could say, on these topics just from past things and events and what they've said in passing and just general energy and vibes. But I'm getting to a point in my life where I'm tired of silencing myself and being quiet on things about myself and like censoring this. And I just want to like tell the world. I just want to get my story out. I want to live authentically. I don't want to hide. And I want to just be myself. And I also think I like raising awareness to things. I like making others that are very eccentric or different feel like they're not alone. And I think it would be important for me to dedicate a video talking about these things. I'll probably put it on my Patreon though, just so I have complete control over it. It's not just like out on the wide web, you know, free, doing whatever it wants to do. And so that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'll start a series on my Patreon of things that I don't really want out on the internet so freely. More hardening off of the plants. We have a pretty sunset right now. It's beautiful. I love the clouds. I am making some Turkish coffee. My client on Monday, they gave me this Turkish coffee set. So it's really cool that I can make Turkish coffee now at the house. This is the setup. I have it with a little bit of sugar, about a cup and maybe a little over a cup of water, and a heaping tablespoon of the coffee, and then maybe a couple teaspoons, 3 teaspoons maybe of sugar. But I am meeting with another potential client. It's the same one that I met with before, and they really liked me, but I don't know if they really have the budget for like me actually helping them, but I think they just want to be like my friend now. So we're just gonna like meet and talk on Zoom. So I'm like, okay, fine. Like, I love meeting new people, and I find the people that I meet online are super supportive. They're actually even more supportive towards me and like everything I have going on than people that I meet in real life, to a certain extent, you know. So I mean, I'm definitely up for it. And last night I met with this lady who makes jewelry, and it's super exciting. She totally loved my energy and all my ideas and creativity and just everything. And so she wants me to almost like partner with her for her US branch and like help her just do all these things that she doesn't really know about. She's not excited to do, like with sales and the marketing and just everything. And so it's kind of exciting, but I don't know if she's going to be, I don't want this to be an instance where I don't get paid for my time and things like that, because I know that that's something that a lot of people will try to steer you towards, is like, I will, instead of paying you for whatever it is that you're doing, they want to give you a percentage of sales of whatever it is that you're doing that then happens after, you know. So I don't want it to be that. We didn't really get into all of this because I'm not sure. I need to talk to my financial advisor about what she thinks on all of that. but because she's the one who introduced both of us. But she seems like a really amazing person. Me and her both have very similar ideas and mindsets. Oh, gonna check on the Turkish coffee. Let's see. Nope, still not there. So it'll like bubble up and stuff. It takes a minute. I find that it takes like more than 4 minutes. It says 4 minutes, but it takes more than that. So that's where I'm at right now. So I was just really excited last night because I met with her and just felt like the energy was nice and her ideas, me and her both are like super ambitious, and we both have like a lot of ideas that we want to do and a lot of things we want to do, and they're all like really big and really amazing. And her idea, she also has an idea for like a giant mall idea concept thing, just like I do. Very similar, super creative, like unique. And so that right there, I was like, oh, this seems really cool. So if me and her could like partner and like help each other like energy wise, it's always more fun when you have someone else on the same like wavelength as you to kind of like push each other, bounce ideas off each other. I feel like you can get so much more done in your life and business when you have someone like that. So I feel like she might be that person. Just made myself a second cup of Turkish coffee today. It's very hot and boiling. I really have been enjoying it. It's really good. Let that cool off. I moved the garden to the balcony. I think I may let it stay out there, even though it's supposed to get down into the 40s a few times this week at night, but it feels great out there, and I think it might be time for the garden to be outside. I mean, literally, I should have been able to, from the timeline that I've looked online, I should have been able to move it out there. Like, I should have been able to move the garden out there a week ago, but I've been a little cautious because I don't want to like, I've been growing it for over a month and I don't want to kill the entire garden just because I prematurely moved it onto the balcony. Molly is enjoying some petty pets. I had my chat today with this person that I met online. They're really, really nice. They're thinking about moving out here. They're in a transition period, so I was able to give them some encouragement and just have some good conversation, which was nice. But I do need to study today because I am about to be on my last chapter of the real estate, and I need to take my exam so I can start getting some nice income each month. And other than that, today my prerogative is just to be studying, and I do need to start setting up my Shopify store, so that needs to be happening soon. I'm debating whether I want to get that going while I'm trying to finish up the studying and take my exam, or if I want to prioritize just focusing on my exam and studying through May, and then sometime in June, once I get hired at Redfin, start doing the shop setup. I'm not sure, because I do need some downtime from studying, and I do like having fun things and creative outlets to do stuff, and creating the Shopify store and creating the art for it and the materials, all that kind of stuff. And for Printful, I think I will enjoy that, so I'm thinking I want to go ahead and do it. What's that, sweetie? What is it? She gave me this little look. What is it, sweetie? She loves, if you see, she's right here by the door. She loves the fresh air. She wants to be outside. Although when we lived in Mississippi, she hated being outside without us. Like, I always would like let her out, and then I'd be like, go spend some time, you know, like run around the yard, get some nature time in. And then she would just come and just like stand at the back door and just look in all sad. Like, she didn't like being separated. She didn't like being out there by herself. But she loves it when she's outside. Hi, sweetie. She loves it when she's outside enjoying nature. She's a big nature person. Are you going to lick my foot? Because that's going to be so tickly if you do. Don't do it. Don't do it, sweetie. Oh, she's such a big sweetheart. You're such a big sweetheart. Hi, baby. Hi there. Hi there. Yes, you're such a sweetie. You're such a sweetie. These are some Aerie leggings that I bought. I really like them. They have pockets on each side so I can carry my phone and, of course, my GoPro. But, hi, sweetheart. Oh, she's gonna give me kisses. Thank you. Thank you, boo-boo. I love kisses from you. Just got a dog. My financial advisor, her dog is going to be a service animal. But he's really, really sweet. She's only had him 3 days, and he's very tame. Like, she took him to the coffee shop yesterday because he's in training. And if we took Molly to the coffee shop, she would have been all over there. She would have been barking at everyone. She would have been trying to run. This dog was so sweet. He just, like, laid at her feet. And she did take him for a couple of walks throughout, but we were there for hours, and he was pretty calm and chill. Didn't bark at anyone. I was really surprised. And she's only had him 3 days. He's been all over. He's from Louisiana. He went to Texas. Then he made his way out here to the Pacific Northwest. I was like, this dog has, I mean, he's just been all over the place. The poor thing's probably been uprooted so many times. So I hope he starts to feel safe and comfortable living with her now that he's found his forever home. But I'm glad at least they're shipping a lot of dogs out here, she said, from down south, because out here in the Pacific Northwest, so many people have been adopting animals. And so we don't have even enough animals here for everyone. So I'm just glad that at least those animals are getting a home instead of being stuck in like a shelter or like being euthanized. So that's nice. I think it's time to go drink my second glass of Turkish coffee and get to studying. I also need to finish editing up my video for Saturday for my YouTube. And other than that, it should be a pretty chill day. Oh goodness, or not. I think she heard a leaf rattle and it made her bark. It was leaf moths. Some guard dog she is very, very finicky. She barks at everything. Literally, the wind will whistle. I'll make a banging noise and she'll bark. She'll just scream and thinking something's at the door.